email address when I clicked to log in as well, and I just went back.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
First death. We
And
haven't
the
even
war has
started.
begun.
Oh.
Oh my god.
All right, everybody, welcome to Cornerstone Season 3. Woo! Everybody say
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, yeah, welcome to all the new members. Obviously, go look in the descriptions of everybody's videos because they will be there. Subscribe. Hit the notification buttons.
Especially on Hap's channel.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because he does
Yeah.
other stuff. Now,
That's
anyways.
right, gamers. Make sure you comment down below.
Yes. All right. So as you can see, things are a little bit different this season. There is a block over there that is going to be at 0-0. That's going to be spawn, and you're looking at the shopping district.
Woo.
There's a lot of jungle here.
Somewhere.
We are having a world border at 5,000 in each direction. So good luck. I think there's a plethora of stuff out here. Thanks to Stewie for picking out the seed. Me and
Thanks,
Chuckles tried to find a better one, but it just didn't happen. So yeah, unless anybody has something to add, I'm going to leave you with a joke.
Yes. Joke.
All right, joke.
Joke.
Why are cars not in Minecraft?
Why?
Because the streets are all blocked off.
Boo.
Oh, I'm canceled. Dang it.
Don't play Minecraft. Don't play Minecraft.
My god.
All right, everybody. And go! Welcome to Cornerstone Season 3. We just reset the server, and I can't wait to get into showing you around what I got behind me. But here's the thing. I use the most clickbaity title you could ever possibly imagine. Best start ever. It's because we're like 3 weeks in. I haven't wanted to record. And let's just rewind it and show you what's going on. So since it's been 3 weeks, stuff has changed a little bit around here. I think I gave my speech on a tree that was right here, talking to everybody over there. The block I was talking about at 0-0 is like right there. And as you can see, yeah, everybody's going nuts on the shop. We have a bunch of shops around here. Let's see here. I know there's one around the corner also. We'll get to that eventually. I want to recap the stuff that I've been involved with. I wasn't going to do villagers this season. I was going to get like a mending because that's kind of needed, but I'm in cahoots with Brandy. And here's Buttercup's Boutique. Boutique? Boutique. Not boutique. Boutique. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm supplying the books. We'll get into that in a second. And because they upped the diamond rate, things are a little bit wonky, and this has been doing fine. So 5 diamonds each, or 3 books for 13. And we've been doing pretty good. I mean, I've already got that in here. This has been the sales since we started 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I got to add that 13 down here. And the iron sales, I'll show you that here in a second, is that. And basically I'm running it out of a temp shop just to get it on the server. I know there's a lot of people that are boycotting the temp shops, but I'm doing this for everybody else on the server. It's not for me, it's for you. It's 1 diamond per stack, so it's not that bad. So anyways, going back here, yeah, this is doing really well. And down below, we basically have all of the common stuff. And that is, you go up and up, it gets a little less common. You kind of got some of the sword stuff and the bow stuff and trident stuff. And it just gets less and less as you go up. We got the new mace. I can't wait to go do that. Yeah. And thank you, Brandy, for putting the shop together, because I just haven't wanted to build. It's weird. I've been caught up with work. And basically we're releasing a product at work, and that's taken up a lot of my time. So I've been working on here really late, and people have just been popping up shops. So we've got, what is it? Honey and copper, a comb and copper. Hold on. It's comb and copper. So basically honey and copper. And there's another honey shop. This was the first one. Nella's, I'll buy from you. Sorry. This is probably the latest one with all of the moss stuff. That's Mask Aqua Kitty. We have, I think this is Hicks with some azalea stuff. I will still buy from Masked Aqua Kitty and her lovely tree. Sorry, Hicks. But you'll probably get my money for these guys. And it's really cool that you have some flowers around too. Ooh, the blue ones, cornflowers. Everything's 1 diamond. He'll probably get some of my money too. And let's see here. Pot Shop sells all of the pot stuff. That is super intriguing. Oof. Yeah, I want to build more with the bigger pots. Ooh, the shards. But yeah, I haven't bought any there yet. This is a game that you basically, I think it's guess how many eggs that the chicken's gonna release. Gambling, don't do gambling. I heard that. And so let's go up to Mask Aqua Kitty here real quick. Yeah, you've gotten some of my diamonds. I even bought 12 stacks of moss carpets. There's my diamond. Moss blocks, I did buy a little bit there, but you definitely have some stock there. You got, 2 diamonds each of the azalea and the flowering azalea. Say hello to Mr. Froggy. I haven't been in here, but I know this is the competitor to Nella's. Definitely selling all of the honey goods. I think that's one of our newest members level. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't been keeping up quite a bit. Been kind of like off in my own world. You can kind of see, here, I might as well introduce it. You see a bunch of waypoints around here. I'm running the map this season. I'm not going to run the mini map, but here, I'll just show you around. So basically spawns here. We have Hopton. I'll show you that here in a second. And then I am up here. And if you look really closely, I cut a path all the way through here, all the way to spawn. We're up on the roof in the nether, but I've been running a horse, and as you can see, I'm not running wings quite yet. I'm trying to resist that, but let's move on to some of the stuff in the shopping district. Just want to introduce you guys to some of the bunch of stuff around here. Yeah, I have definitely bought some gunpowder. Froglights, I forgot about the froglights. Well, hello, mister. How are you doing? Drew, you're giving me froglights? Thanks. This is not Drew's shop, by the way. So 32 for 2 diamonds. Oof, I love the purple. The purple would go in with my theme. Oof, the green might even go. You know what? All of them are probably going my theme. We'll get to that here in a second. I know I'm going to be rambling on. I want to introduce you to everything that's been going on so far. And as you can see, I'm fully decked out already. I'll show you that here in a second. Try not to make it too boring, but just introduce you, get you caught up. And there was a 4th of July thing that went on that's up this path. Let me show you that real quick. So there was a bunch of people that did a 4th of July event. I never actually saw that up there. And basically, there was a bunch of mini games. I was out of town, so I could not attend. Go check out everybody else's videos. There was some nominees for mayor for Hobbiton. That's the big H. Hobbiton is a town that's kind of around the corner over there. We'll get to that here in a second, but congrats to everybody that participated in that one. There was a bunch of games that looked super fun. There's one there and there's one there. Hey, I'm running free cam. Here we go. So some drop games where you basically place blocks here and everybody jump in until there's no longer a spot. If you die, then obviously you're out of the game. Yeah, go check out everybody's. The lily pad. That one looks super fun. It's basically, was there 3 or 4 people in the chamber, and the person that falls through, gets eliminated. That one looks super fun. I would like to come back here and try that with some people. Hi. I don't know if you belong here. Okay, bye. And so yeah, here's another game. Go check out everybody else. So just beyond the shopping district here, there is a path that basically leads to Hobbiton. And that's kind of like, you know, named after the Lord of the Rings, and everybody's got their little hobbit holes as starter houses. Yeah, there's some mayor stuff going on here. That's definitely a hobbit foot. That's almost but too detailed. Anyways, we'll move on from that. That's just kind of too hairy. Sorry. So Brandy put this together as a community. Go get what you need for all the sniffer stuff, and I think that's amazing because these flowers, oof. I didn't do much with them last year, but they're incredible. So I think we have 6 sniffers in here, and basically it's free for anybody to come over here. There is a plethora now. I mean, I think I grabbed like a half stack of each, but there's a lot going on over here. And these guys are just adorably huggable anyways. Say that again now.
I love you.
Oh, there it is on video right there. Okay. So Brandy, when are we going to build one that we can actually like produce enough to sell? Because you know me and you are just going to raid the crap out of this thing, right?
Yeah, I know. We can breed these for the eggs and make a private one somewhere.
So just beyond the sniffer thing. Oh, there's stables here, so everybody can park their horses. I did park mine back at the portal, but this is a really good spot here. I was taking this spot, so maybe I'll get my name up there. But yeah, free use. Grats. Thank you, Brandy. So Hobbiton has kind of been split up in between north and south. There's a little bit of debate going on which one's better, north and sorry, south. But yeah, grats to everybody that got this infrastructure in. Oh, I haven't seen this. This is really cool. I want to say Nella's put this in. Correct me if I'm wrong. She's usually done a big map. I love the depth on this. Double deep with glass in front. That looks really cool. I love that. So yeah, I'm off way up there. I wanted to build out there, but it just ended up... I'll show you my spot in here in a second, but yeah, everybody's got their little hobbit holes down here. Oh, wow. There's been a lot going on here. So there's Jax. I know Nella's is probably the first one here with her bees. Beware. And everybody's just doing an amazing job over here. Lots. Wait, what? Ooh, secret ride down the mine. Oh, this is vibey. I love this. So I don't want to go into too many people's houses because I don't want to spoil stuff, but I think she's shown this one off. And I think this goes into Matt's also. Yeah. So that's... And I forget who else ever is where. Need to get some names up here. So we have one raw bear and the skull, which is amazing. I'll show you a better view of that. But North Hobbiton, this is where I'm residing. Let's just start at the beginning here. So I think that's Hicks's bridge, and if I'm not mistaken, Hicks is somewhere up here. Oh, probably directly in there. And I'm just gonna wander around, and if it's... There's Drew's. I don't know who's who. I got a general idea of where everybody's at. I feel like this is probably decisive, maybe, question mark. Like I said, don't quote me on this. Go check out everybody's videos. And then I think down below me, yeah. Down below is Brandy. And right next to Brandy is Brattles. So that's Brandy's. Oop, close your door. That's adorable. That's Brattles. And then Brandy like tucked me into the wall over here. I need to build over here, but I placed down a bed, so it's official. I can actually vote. And then from the sitting area, you get a great view of the skull. Dun, dun, dun. I love it. That's amazing. Ooh, I like the banner. Get me a banner. I will fly your banner right there. And over here, you got Masked Aqua Kitty, and she said she was going to build me a bunch of trees because this one's looking phenomenal. I wanted a mangrove because I know that one would be really nice. Thank you. And I know Level is somewhere over here. He's got some bees. I haven't quite found... This was Decisive. Anyways, the bees are... Can we hear them? Yeah. Bees are around here somewhere. Laman. Hi. How are you? Okay. So anyways, Level's around here somewhere, and maybe it's down. There it is. So that's the entrance into it. I'm gonna go bug you real quick. Ooh, the new paintings. We need to mess with the new paintings. Yes, I love it. There's your bee empire. So heading back, there's a bunch of bridges, all different types. This place is looking phenomenal. Congrats on everybody that's built this place out and all the infrastructure. But for now, let's go back and show you what I've gotten going on at my base. Ooh, this place is a vibe. Pretty sure this was Brandy that did this tunnel. This has Brandy written all over it. It's vibey. I love it. As you can see, up here on the nether roof, there is a lot of people close, and mine's actually right there, even though I'm like 1,000 blocks off. I gotta love the divide by 8 up at the nether roof. So probably from the thumbnail, I have figured this out, just at least for the thumbnail. We're gonna work on this bridge later on. I've got a bridge here, and I have a bridge over here, just to get me over these two rivers. I have no ideas right now, and I'm not going to worry about it, but here, just to give you an idea, it'd be easier to look at this at night since we can kind of follow the path that I cut through here. We won't be able to get all the way. I'm running Bobby mods so I can at least get 32 chunks out, but as you can see, it winds through and spawns about way over there. So we cut this through. Originally, I was running a horse, and then once we got up on the nether roof, then obviously the horse can go through there. By the way, they changed it, and for those that don't know, you can take a horse and boom, it's almost instant. You don't have to wait. Best addition to Minecraft in a long time, next to Tough and the crafter block. Now, I am not sold on this, and yes, I'm going to use free cam a lot now because I just need to showcase it. But here it is. The roof isn't done. The backside isn't done. I'll probably need to get to it, but not right now, and probably not for this episode because I need to format the backside. But the whole entire idea around this is using as much of the different wood as possible. So you can see dark oak. We got oak. You got birch and oak in the background. Spruce, oak, warped, and you can actually see I did jungle here, but it's probably not as viewable at the dark, but I like how this came out. And what it comes down to is that you'll come through here. This is kind of like a gatehouse. You'll come into like a courtyard. I'm going to do better on this. I just wanted to get the idea down. This will be a little bit more intricate. You'll have a bunch of houses all lined over here. So as you come in, oh, by the way, we'll get to that in a second. So as you come down here, you're going to wind around. This is all going to be lined by houses, and you'll probably wind, you know, down, 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 down. Obviously, I'm not taking the most direct path. I'll show you that here in a second. Probably wind down, and the trail will be going down as we're going along, and then this will probably pop out. There'll be houses on that side, and you'll eventually get down to this area. And this is where I started out. And I'm going to keep it night just for a little bit, I'll actually turn to day here in a second to show you like what's going on here. So I basically lit up this entire island. My idea is to release all the villagers, and each villager is going to have its own house. So Cornerstone Season 1, I basically put groups, you know, all of the sword guys were in one house and whatnot. I think now it's just going to be like this big ol' economy of each, like this house would be just like mending or something like that. Because I plan on just littering this place with houses. It's going to be really oh yeah, so that's the other thing. It's going to be really compact. There's going to be no separations unless I need an alleyway in between each house. So it's going to be really interesting how this is actually going to form out. Yeah, and here, let's turn it to day and I'll show you where I started out, which was that cobblestone hut. Ah, the humble beginnings. I started out in here and then I grew out of it really fast. I've since moved all of this over to that other area. I'll show you that in a little bit anyways. So we started out here. I did not want to build. I wanted to concentrate on farm. So what it came down to is beet, potato, carrots, wheat, pumpkins, melons, and all of that was done to trade with villagers so we could at least get up and running. And originally I was only going to do like mending. I probably would have done unbreaking and so forth, but Brandy literally came up to me like, hey, you want to go and, you know, halves with a shop, and she put up the shop and I've supplied the books and she can come over here and grab the books also. I will show you that here in a second, but I just wanted to show you all the farms I got running. I mean, all of these are manual farms. You'll see a bunch of trees, and then I eventually expanded. So hold on, let me go over here. So I had this originally and I was doing it by hand, and I just kind of wanted to make it automated, and there's automated. I would have sworn this thing was doing better. Is it broken? I don't think it's broken. But we may not be close enough. Like, I think if I'm not mistaken, if I'm working over there, then like right here is not loaded. So I originally had this bamboo farm and I created a new one. I'll show you that here in a second. And it's just got the crafter. Crafter's great, by the way. If you want a simple circuit for things that are 9 long, and do I have a next one? I don't. But anyway, so basically there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Comparator, 9 redstone dust, repeater in there. So whenever this thing gets one more in there, it'll pop out and produce bamboo. And then of course, probably the second thing that I would build is the cow crusher. And it's basically just a dispenser right underneath this button. And it dispenses water, pushes them up, and weed them. So actually this would be the third. So you'd need the wheat farm obviously to begin with. So the one I showed you over there. So basically it would go bamboo, and I just whacked one of those guys. Sorry. And that one's been basically getting me enough leather for the books that we have been just tearing through, absolutely tearing through. So if I was going to do it, it would be bamboo farm first. That one there. Wheat along with a cow crusher. I've needed the paper, so you could do this one by hand. You could do the bamboo one by hand. That's where I've been getting a majority of my wood, is just a bunch of rows of the bamboo and just doing it by hand. You do not need an automatic one by all means. So this one can be manual, that one could be manual. Get yourself a wheat farm and you would actually be in pretty good shape. I made a scoop farm. These guys, the armadillos, are actually like chickens, so they actually spit them out. The copper brush only does 4 and then it breaks. That is a lot of copper for not many scoots, when you could just sit this guy on top of a hopper, put in a chest, and probably more doggo armor than you can ever want. And as you can see, I managed to get the 2 new variety. Sorry, puppy. Oh my god. Here. I'm sorry, doggo. Sorry. You all good now? Okay. You're all good. You're happy again. Sorry. I've been getting some kitty cats and some birds, and this one has actually produced more than I originally thought. So just 4 of them, just passively the entire time I've been on, more green dye than I could ever possibly imagine. And we'll get back to that in a second, but one last thing. So basically, in order to make the farms, I just got in this hut, and here's been just the bread and butter. I made all this. It's not going to be decorated anytime soon. If it ever, we'll see. And it's not all the books, but it's the majority of the books. I probably should get back to it and try to get all the other books, but yeah. So what that comes down to is just one of my standard farms for breeding. Just 2 guys in a carrot field, and those guys are I have it blocked off now, but basically with these here, the once they have a baby, the babies think they can get to the beds that are on the opposite side, and they just fall in. And then I'll show you that chamber here in a second. Prime these guys, and you have a lot of villagers. That's a really good, simple villager farm. And those guys basically dump into... I put all of these just in case I get mobs. But all those guys basically dump into here. So I have a couple extras, and it's been doing pretty good. I put this track here because I want to get these guys all the way down to an iron farm. And let me show you that, which is just directly down here. And it's basically 4 chambers of guys. Built that one last season, and it's pretty darn good. There's other people that have done their stuff, and my mine's down there. Oh, and then I basically moved a 32 by 32 of bamboo. It's not completely lossless, but it's doing pretty good. And this is basically just the standard crafter 9 dust. So comparator out, 9 dust, repeater in. That works really well. And let's wrap this up. I've been rambling on long enough. The iron farm dumps into this. So basically there is a composter here, a filter up here. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to do 2 for the poppies. There was some weird stuff going on where poppies were actually spilling over into the iron. 2 of these seemed to catch up. It was just a weird thing that was happening. So yeah, anyways, they dumps over here into this line. I think what it comes down to is I would need... I think if you dump... Like, it's being dumped... There we go. So the water dumps into here, and this dumps directly down in. I think you would have to put the hopper here and then feed in. And I think that's why some were skipping over. I think it's like an equal... Like, it'll go 1 over there and 1 down. I forget the mechanics of that. But anyways... You saw it. There's the poppies get bone milled, and then the iron gets consolidated. Oh, so the poppies get bone milled, and then those get consolidated down in your standard 9 thing that I showed you before. And then same with the iron. The iron comes in and gets auto crafted into blocks there, dumped in there. Let's get this blocked back up, and it's doing all right. I am extremely happy with bone meal. Bone meal could be better. I need to make a bone meal farm. But the iron's been doing really good, and I've been trading with these guys in order to get my gear up, which is what you saw there. And I'm also sitting on 2 complete sets, and I'm working on 1 more set. As you can see, I've got 33 levels, so we could probably get another thing done. And as you probably saw with the build up there, the windows are actually the new copper bulbs, but I've been using this area to basically set down copper blocks, and these are done out of the ingots along with the trapdoors, and you have to do those and then place them and get them oxidized. That's been a huge pain, but let me show that in a second. And so, last but not least, through all my rambling, we're ending here. And this is what I'm talking about. I've been just oxidizing a bunch of stuff in order to get like the oxidized bulbs. I've been using those for the windows. So here we go. I am doing angled this season. Not everything is going to be angled, but probably the majority of it. It's been really interesting. And what that allowed me to do is put item frames on one side, but be able to access them without having to, you know, when it's on the front, you just have like a pixel to go. It's slightly annoying. This is probably not the best. See, I'm always standing here and I can't see what's over there. And I had like this idea to, you know, do one set one direction, one set the other. I may just point it all this way. I mean, we come in the door, so maybe I should point it all this way, but no, I'm always like here. And I always have like a, you know, a plethora of like, when I need stuff like iron and coal and sticks and gold, and this one just kind of like house everything. Yeah, we've gotten 29 diamond blocks so far. I do have the netherite upgrade templates. I've got 6 netherite scraps. Need to work on that here. And yeah. Oh, so up in Nilla's, she ran a one-time only thing, and I was able to grab this because I need so much copper in this place. We'll definitely probably need honeycomb. The bulbs are a warm welcome. Candles are going to be really cool. Honey. Don't have any plans, but when I need it, I need it. So Nella's, thank you for that one. That was what, 3 diamond blocks, if I remember right. But there's something like 40 or 50 diamonds worth of stuff in here. Amazing. I'm glad you did that. And I jumped on that immediately. So here we are. Building materials. Lots of woods. It's been a big pain. We're definitely doing tough. So as you saw, we kind of like using the tough as the posts. But I did something different this time. And you can see some deep slate in the background, and I'm using that as shadows. So we're gonna just kind of like do that to like play with stuff a little bit. I think that works really well. It gives it some definition. And up here, it's pretty much my standard stuff. So these are kind of like window shutters. This is what I'm playing with this season, is a little bit more. So a little bit more depth this way. I didn't exactly do this this time around, but other buildings are going to have a lot bigger like awnings and stuff. But details in this area, I think, is what I'm concentrating on this season. And as you can see, I've done, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 windows. And then, so what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the top, and then here is the floor, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 windows. Gives it an interesting like oblong look, and I kind of like it. We might not stay with that. Maybe we'll go 3 and 3. So 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top windows. But yeah, it's been interesting. And then for those who have built on an angle, you have to place down dirt in order to get all the roof stuff done. Yeah, it's been interesting. I'm enjoying this so far though. It looks amazing. But I picked copper bulbs. That's an expensive one. You saw a bunch of the farms for wood. The wood's not too bad, but the warped. Oh, the warped. It's going to be so much of a pain in the butt. And for the most part, everybody's at spawn right now. I need to go build over there, so that might be the next episode. We'll see. I really, really wanted to develop this idea. And, oh, by the way, I'm running simple clouds, or better clouds, and simple fog. And I like it. Look at that sunset. Absolutely amazing.